9WF. 9WF. Initializing. Reconstruction in progress. Emotional data. Unstable.
Hello, welcome to the 9WF After Hours, where the vibes are real and the takes are honest and the music is always comes first. Today, it's your host here, Ronnie. What's good? And in my opinion, it's always a great day. And with our co-host here, Trill, what's going on with you?
How's it going? It's been good.
Also, we have a special guest. That's why I'm so hyped and having such a great day. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up? It's Ash. I'm from Brooklyn and Queens, and I'm ready to talk that shit.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Okay,
Go ahead,
so
Ron.
what are y'all really into right now? Like, what's the hottest music you've really been hearing out here right now?
Ooh. Well, you already know. Recently, Drake dropped his 3 albums, so that's like, that's the fire thing
Yeah.
right now. Yeah, you already know that. So I'm still catching up. What's up with you guys? Which I've been listening to.
Listen, I'm sorry. That new Chris Brown album that
Which
recently
one?
dropped.
Oh, his? The recent one, right?
Yeah, the one where he's on the cover like Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
He's getting a lot of he's getting a lot of hate for this album. However, I like it.
Me too.
It's a little different from what he usually does, but I'm liking it.
Whoa.
Oh,
How's he getting hate for this album? He's always been like Michael Jackson. Are we forgetting Graffiti?
Listen, man.
Are we forgetting
I don't know.
Graffiti? But anyways, something like that's crazy. But what I've been listening to, honestly, I've been a little more on the like lower side of things, kind of like off the map a little bit. I've been listening to like a lot of the BMF people, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Benny the Butcher.
Okay, we're going underground. All right.
Yeah.
I definitely find some stuff out there.
Yeah.
Have you heard that? Have you heard about Baby Tron? He did a song with, I think it was Eminem and Big Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that song's been going crazy.
Numbers, yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't heard it yet, but I definitely heard his other stuff. And not for nothing, he's a real good upcoming artist. I can't believe he even did that. But I noticed that he does a lot of samples of other songs. Like,
Yes,
I've been noticing that. Like, he has I think it was it's like King something. I forgot what's the name of it.
King of the Galaxy.
Yes, that one. Oh,
yeah,
that one.
that's all samples. All
Yes.
samples. The whole thing is a sample.
back to back.
Back to back. That was dope. It just goes to show like he could revert, like he has so many different like he could go with all those different type of beats and he's still going with it. Yeah, so it's like
super versatile and can switch it up like on the point, like at the second.
Right, and he's still flowing.
He even goes back to the simpler stuff. Like, have you ever heard Down Up where he does the pacer test?
Oh my gosh, he sampled the pacer test.
Yeah, definitely. And his switch up is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Even when he just like switches up the beat, is still flowing. So I give him that. He's a real. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, and he's also not ignoring the business part of things, like even from a perspective of coming from underground to going overground. He's touching overground, doing collabs with overground artists, but still keeping his own work, and I do appreciate that. I feel like a lot of people do sell out a little early.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like he sets an example for other indie artists because he never signed to a record label.
Yeah.
He took the time to create his own record label and then partnered with a bigger hip hop label to promote his albums.
Yeah.
However, he didn't like put anybody as his actual boss. He made sure that he was still in the position of controlling his music.
Right. I feel like he's very true to himself. Even like when he does the music videos and everything, he has a lot of humor in him, which I noticed, and I really love that because he's not afraid to be himself. He thinks outside the box, even down to what he's saying, even to his videos. It's like they're all visual, and he even says like, "Yo, I'm not a gangbanger," but he's rapping, and I love that because Yes, I
Yeah,
love that so much about him because it's like a lot of rappers, you know how it is. It's always the
yeah,
same thing, and he's like, "Listen, I don't do this, but I still have that swag, that confidence. Like, yeah, like I do this," and I really admire that about him.
I'm glad that you
I agree
said
with
that, because
Hmm.
that brings me into our first like question, hot topic per se. Do you think the pressure of fame can influence the product of their work,
I
as
think
well as
so.
the pressure of the industry? Like you see how he's not signed. Do you think it affects his work positively or negatively?
No, I think it affects it positively. I think that's probably what, yeah. I think that's what makes him go harder because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got like notice me, like see me, like this is what I'm about. He's putting everything when
not
artists
even
do
just
that,
that.
yeah, they lay everything on the table. They laying down all the cards.
Yeah, not even just that. He can literally just do whatever he wants. When you're not signed under somebody, have a label telling you what to do, I can go put out 7 trash songs that I was like they're gonna do mid, but it doesn't matter because I produced them. I made them. They're my songs.
Right,
Right, and you're not
Versus,
like
yeah,
trying to
I
meet
don't
a
have to
quota.
please anybody.
right.
These are
Cause
my
you,
songs.
yeah, because
My
usually record
music.
labels they want to steer you into a certain direction. They be like,
Yeah.
oh, no, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna do this, or we don't want you to do this. We want you to do that. So there's no limitations. All right, sky's the limit.
Yeah, like, and then that's where it kind of like you start getting some pushback from some people where like there's people like we said, Big Sean, who like they get signed, but then they're like, dang, this is not great, and they don't put out that much songs. But like on that note, like, what do you think like some of the replayability on like Baby Tron's music is? Like, I feel like you hear something new every time you listen. Like, there's a new line that catch your ear.
That's what I'm saying. He's so versatile. It's just like he's in a whole different ball game. Like I said, he's a real good upcoming artist. He's just going from this place to this place to he switches up his
Yeah,
music. He involves his humor. Everything in there is just he's doing his thing. So I give
and
him that. I just feel like do you guys think that if he was to sign to a label, you think he would sign to a label or you think he's gonna stay independent? Because I know what ends up happening sometimes is when it comes to independent like people with independent records, they do apply pressure and sometimes they
yeah.
wanna like, kind of blackball you if you don't wanna go on the a record label. So somewhere there,
Yeah.
do you think he will cave in, or you think he's gonna stay independent?
Well, I feel like it depends because with how like everything's working nowadays, it
Hmm.
strongly depends on how his streams go. Because if his streams are still up, rising, and strong, there's no reason to go with a label. But let's say for some reason over the next few years he just starts to phase out, just like naturally fades out.
Yeah,
That would be a good time to sign with a label while you're phasing out because maybe it might get you that wind under you and get that promotion under you and get you out there. That might be a good time for someone who's already doing well, like Baby Tron.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
definitely.
that I don't think that he would end up signing with the label, only because he already has like some of Detroit's biggest rappers backing him.
Ugh,
Right, right.
So if he can already do these things by himself,
I need a label for.
why go to a label where they're gonna take half your money and try to control you?
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists will go to labels because there's a missing link. Either
Yeah.
the promotion's not there, I'm not reaching my people the way I need to, like nobody's seeing my music is usually the task, like the problem that creates the need for label. And
yeah. So
I
that's what we
don't
talking
think that
about.
he's facing that problem. Maybe if he does face that problem further along in the future,
Yeah,
possibly. But just like how all the other artists that end up phasing out that have their own label do, they just put somebody new and hot on their label.
That is
right.
true.
Yeah,
But
So he could go that route.
yeah.
I
Because he
also feel
writes his
like,
raps too, right?
I'm sorry.
He writes his own raps too, right? Like
yeah,
he's writing all this, right? If
Yes.
I'm not mistaken. Well, from what we know, because they are ghostwriters, but from what we know, Yeah, he's writing his own stuff, but I know a lot of this modern music, we do have ghostwriters, and nothing's wrong with that. I feel like that's what keeps them, fresh in there, and also helps them out to, get to where they want to.
Yeah, another thing I feel like would keep him fresh too is that like maybe a different upbringing. Cause like when you go, you know how you go look at celebrities like parents and their upbringings, and his father is Mr. Sadistic from the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Wow,
I
that's
didn't
crazy.
even
Now
know that.
that makes sense. All right.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
Well,
does
yeah,
make sense a lot.
that shit is
his
already
father's
in
Mr.
him.
Sadistic. But I'm not even
Yeah.
saying that he got any help from him. I'm saying that just shows how like if he has any type of like trait, like he took any trait from his father and
Yeah.
got into with this music, I think he's gonna go for a long time.
Yeah,
Like Insane Clown
facts.
Yeah.
No,
Posse
that
has
shit is
been
in
around
him.
for
It's literally in
ever.
him. It's in his DNA. Now you know what? That makes a lot of sense. But it's just like that's what's up because that's cool to see. Pretty much the offspring of of him, and then it's like boom, like your son is doing it too, and he's
Yeah,
great. So I'll give it to him. I mean,
good, great.
he's
Yeah,
really doing his thing, like I said, and especially with doing that new one that you just said with Eminem, like that's huge.
Yeah,
and
like
that's what I'm getting at. Like Eminem, you could even collab with your parents and your pops. I'm pretty sure nobody wants to do that, but
That's
you
cool
can collab with almost
though.
anybody. It's like an open field at this point. Like he's even collabing with other indie artists like BLP Kosher,
Yeah.
which is a Jewish
yep.
rapper. It leaves you with no ends. Like you can keep going on forever, and it doesn't matter what you do. Almost like Hobson.
Yeah.
Hobson can fall off, come back, fall off, come back, but everybody's still gonna listen because he
Right.
made his own.
Yeah.
Yep.
How you think artists fall off like that? Is it that, people lose interest? Is it that they're not upkeeping or they fall back too much? Like, cause you do have a lot of artists that have one hit wonders. And
Yeah,
it's just like, how does that happen? Like, why does it happen? For the simple fact that those one hit wonders be great. And then it's just like, and they're not bad artists. They're pretty good. So it's just like, what happens? Like,
I
how
feel
does
like
that happen? How can you prevent that is what I would like to know.
with the one hit wonder situation, I feel like you had a good song, you knew it was a good song, right? A lot of
Hmm.
the one hit wonders aren't artists, so they had their one song and they got
Yeah.
out. But then
Um
for the people who are true artists and they just so happen to have one hit and
Hmm.
then the rest of the songs are garbage, a lot of times I just feel like it's, sometimes it is being yourself, like not performing that, like only that style of songs, or not only performing that songs and doing what you like versus doing what the people like. And then sometimes when you just fall off, it's just due to the change in the environment, like changing times.
Yeah.
I feel like
90s music is too
a
different.
lot
Huh?
of artists fall off sometimes when it comes to like keeping their fans happy
Yeah.
because especially like one hit wonders and stuff like that, like they end up being one hit wonders because they have this first song and it goes say it goes platinum, whatever, right? It goes
Yeah.
crazy. Now everybody expects them to reach that again,
Yeah. Definitely.
and so like what's his name? Kid with the dreads, Lil Tecca, I think it is.
Uh,
Hmm.
Like he had his first song straight out the gate was great, blew up, but now it's like what happened to him because he was still making songs, but none of his songs
he
have
started.
Right.
reached that same level as his first song. So
Hmm.
he did make songs, but he's a one hit wonder because his first song was his hit,
With Little
and so
Tecca
now
though,
it's like what?
with Little
Right.
Tecca though, what my thing with him is that he decided to take the like Sway Lee route and like almost like the Pharrell route, where instead of continuously putting out my own songs, I'm gonna put out a couple songs. Like,
Hmm.
I got black, I got white, what you want. And then he got a couple other songs that came out after that and did some good numbers. But what he mainly does is write for other people. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people
Right.
choose to be a ghostwriter
Yeah.
for other people.
Yeah, you're right. That does happen most times. I've seen that too. Like you start hearing these songs, and then when you look them up, it's like, oh, this person wrote, and it's like, oh wow. So they
Yeah.
decided to just go behind the scenes. Now, now that we're talking about that now, do you think they choose to do that because of the pressure and the fame? Because at the same time, remember, like, record labels also push you to, put out songs. Every record label wants you to do, hits like that. They don't want you to be a one-hit wonder because, remember, you're bringing
They
in...
don't make their money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So who you think really chooses that? You think the artist chooses that? Or you really think that, they just really fall off? Because like I said, sometimes, they look at it, is it the pressure of the fame that they just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay low and I'm just gonna write instead of
I think
being
it
in
is the
the
pressure.
limelight.
I feel like some people don't like the fame. Like, they run from it. They want the money, but they don't want the fame. They still want
Yeah.
their privacy. Because with fame comes like very little privacy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I completely agree with you. It's that, like, and I think a lot of people don't really take that in light. Like, they don't take that into consideration when they're even around these artists, in the sense of these are no, regular people. And it's just like sometimes, they need their space. They want their time to just, like, be private, be to themselves, because it is a lot of pressure. They can't go nowhere. They can't walk anywhere. They can't even, like, do something so simple of going to the supermarket without somebody taking a photo or trying to do anything like that. So that is a lot of pressure for them. And I feel like sometimes, we need to understand that, yes, they are famous. Yes, they do these things because they love to do these things. And that's, the career that they chose, but also, like, give them their space because they're normal people too.
Yeah. I agree. Because, like, even when I met Jake, like, I've, like, going to St. John's, I've met a lot of, like, celebrities that came through to perform.
Yeah.
I've met Jay Critch, J. Cole, and 2 Chainz. So my thing is, when I made Jay Critch, right? That was more of a relaxed setting. I met Jay Critch. We was in the gym. I didn't come over like, oh, let me take 1,000 photos. I came over, shook his hand, told him I loved his music, told him I loved what he did for, like, I liked a lot of his older songs. So that's what I told him. And I went on from there. And then I was like, I just asked him if he wanted to shoot around. I just treated him like a person because at the end of the day, they're just another person.
Yeah.
So happened to be famous.
Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes we lose these artists because of that. But then at the same time, some people would say and argue about that and say, hey, but this is the life they chose. So this is what comes with that. But at the same time, like, yeah, you're right. But imagine you wanting to, like, oh, I want to be a contractor, or I want to work construction. And then you're trying to sit there and work construction and do your, time or whatever. You made this beautiful building. And now when you walk out your house, everybody's like, oh my God, your building's awesome. Even though, like, to you, it's a regular job that you just love to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, you picked it because you want to do it, because you love to do it. But at the same time, yeah, you want the recognition, but you also want to kind of, like,
Peace.
right, exactly. Right.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've seen, like, the last couple of years, Justin Bieber has been, like, lashing out.
What? I've definitely seen that. I think he's over it at this point.
Yeah, he's over the fame and
it.
everything. He's just like, can y'all get out my face? Like,
I feel like it goes 2 ways. You either get Justin Bieber or T-Pain. With T-Pain, where you kind of got over it now. You're kind of you're beyond it.
Yeah.
You play into it a little bit, but you also know how to stay out the way.
Yeah. So you think the artist should like adapt to? You think the artist should like adapt to that? Like, I mean, I think eventually every artist kind of like goes through the annoyance.
I feel like it's kind of like a meet in the middle per se. So, like, you remember how who was it? I think it was Amber Rose when she had started like dating Wiz Khalifa, and she had like just had her kid. They were following her around everywhere.
Yeah.
And she was just like, dude, like, I can't even get anything done with this, you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, for certain people, it has kind of like the opposite effect. They're able to use it to their, kind of like their advantage per se.
Yeah. I feel like if they're the type of person that likes, because you do have some people that love that attention. Yeah. So it's like, let's give them a show. Let's give them this. And, like, not like Justin Bieber in the beginning. Justin Bieber was okay, but then he started crashing out,
Exactly.
But yeah, you're right. Like there's some people that do actually they love the attention. So I feel like it's just based on the person, the artist itself, and then the pressure of it, and you know how they just adapt to everything because everybody adapts to everything differently.
Yeah, I feel like
Exactly.
even like Baby Tron getting more famous, I feel like he adapted appropriately.
Yeah.
Like he kind of just like started riding in the tents, kept a lower profile, still goes out to events, still does what he wants to, but still at the same time looks normal. Dressing normal to fit in. A lot of people just don't really get it that you look like a celebrity, you're gonna get treated like a
And treat it
celebrity.
like one,
Right.
yeah.
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 Definitely.
If I can tell that your entire fit is like, 2K, what we
Yeah.
talking about
Right.
right now?
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a fact. Oh
So
yeah.
like someone like Baby Tron, where he comes into the spot wearing a shiesty like everyone else, skinny jeans like everyone else. They may be a Mary skinny jeans, but you can't immediately tell that.
Right. Mhm.
He might have some what's the name Balenci runners on, but it's like at the end of the day, you're not gonna immediately snap your neck and be like, "That's Baby Tron."
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what? That's a fact. Cause like before A Boogie blew up, like he was literally just rocking his hoodies, skinny jeans. You feel me? Kind of time,
Yeah.
and
Regular hood
when
shit.
all of us New
Yeah.
Yorkers just knew him. You know what I'm
Fine.
saying? And
Yeah.
then when he blew up and everybody else knew who A Boogie was,
Mhm.
Son got a different swag, whole
Hell
like
yeah, he's showing that money. He's
Yeah,
really
he's
getting
yeah.
showing
it.
out.
Yeah. But
He
that's I
showing
love
up.
that though.
I ain't mad at the man. You feel
Neither.
me?
I don't knock him. I don't knock any artist who
Yo,
does
if
it because
you
that's
got it,
right. Because but you know what I love the most though about a lot of these artists, especially they come from New York, even like other artists. But I love how they still stick to themselves and they stay true to themselves. So yeah, I got a little bit of money, but guess what? I'm still gonna fucking sound like the hood shit. Like I could say, what's his name? Little Baby. I love
Yeah.
Lil Baby. I love him. I feel like he's like straight from the trenches. He talks about that shit. He raps about that shit. You could see him dripping in diamonds, and you could still feel and see the swag on him. That he still got the hood in him.
Yo,
That did
you
not
know
yeah, that's why
change.
we listen to that's why I listen to
that's
BMF so much, and like people
yes.
that be around them, 38 Special, like what is this other dude's name? He's a whiter rapper, and he's really nice.
I don't
I can't
know.
think of his name, but anyways, he has a couple songs like that are real real slowed down songs. Like you could really get into them.
Sure, like that Vibe Smoke Out song.
Yeah, like
But
those songs where you're like thinking, and you're really sitting there
yeah.
thinking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, his name's OT the Rail. That's his name. OT the Rail.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So
OT the Rail. He even has songs with 38 Special. And it's like they rap about like the real stuff they've been through in like real hood situations. So like I definitely agree where like sometimes the real does get you.
yeah, I feel like
It
that's
definitely does.
it
Cause
does.
like take NLE Choppa, right? He like when he first came out the gate, like all of it was just like was straight hood stuff. You feel me? And like of course he did, do his little clowning around here and there with some of his songs. But like if you actually listen to like his whole albums, like he's just an emotional gangster. That's all he is.
Yeah.
Even the young boy diss, where he's like, yo, the whole thing is emotional. The whole thing is literally that has nothing to do with him. He just didn't like what Young Boy did, and he made a song about it.
Right.
Very
I feel like
emotional.
that's why like not for nothing, but like a lot of the '90s music was really like the peak of stuff because you hear Tupac, Biggie, all these artists, these old school artists, DMX, all that. A lot of the shit that they're rapping about is real shit. A lot of the shit that they're rapping about is relatable. At the end of the day, a lot of these people who listen, these fans that listen to their music, and a lot of them go through this. You get what I'm saying? Even there's some like even from the suburbs, even if they're not even really going through it, they would like to experience it.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like
literally,
even this
literally.
I mean, it's
there's a lot of artists that have been going through it, and like even littler artists, for example, rest in peace, but Little Peep, a smaller artist, he was touring the world at the time when he died. He was flaunting. He kind of was out there, he had his money. he was doing good, especially for a small town artist.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that. I feel like if you put on any music that's relatable, anything like that, you're gonna catch it, or anything that has to do with the feels and just get that vibe. The whole point of like you releasing any songs and music is just not only for your therapy, because that's, to me, that's what it is releasing, and also, you know, telling the story and releasing your feelings, but it's also like reaching out to other people who also feel like that, who also are going through that. And I feel like once you can do that and understand that you're not alone in this, a lot of people gravitate towards that. And I feel like that's why a lot of these artists have the fans that they have, because, you know, we may not think that we're the only, well, we may think that we're the only ones going through it, but you have so many people who are actually going through the same thing. So it's nice to have that, because it could be like an escapism, and also, you know, it also soothes people. Because I don't know about y'all, but, you know, if I'm alone, I'm tired, or I'm in a sad mood or something, I throw on some shit right there.
Throw on
I'm
some
like,
music that's
yes,
matching
like,
your mood.
hell yeah, and it feels good. Like after I listen to that, it puts me in a better place emotionally, and it's just like, damn, this shit really helped me.
I agree, because like when you're like in your feels and stuff, even if the song doesn't, it's a good song, it's talking about real stuff. Even though you might not have been to that, you can equate to it. You can relate.
Hell
So
yeah.
when you start getting into that, and you start relating, you know, it just takes over your emotion. It takes
yeah.
on.
Even the hype songs. What? We about to go out? Let's throw that shit on. Let's
Yo.
go. Woo!
Facts. Let's
Shake that.
pregame real
We
quick.
outside. Hell yeah. But it's so good that
Literally.
we have all these different type of music that just like, it just, you know, it sets the tone for everything, and it just is a beautiful thing. I feel like artists really, really like have that. I guess that's why so many people are so obsessed with them and so like infatuated, because it's just like you help out so many people. And even just to get your day started, or even when you're about to go out or in your field, like it's such a beautiful thing. So I give it to them.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you've ever pregame to Baby Tron, but I get excited. I get lit. I go out I go out like I'm about to spend $2,000 on my fit. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you hit me,
huh?
no, I'm not gonna lie. If you hit me with Baby Tron up down, out on Bond, and then stutter flow, oh man, I don't know what I'm about to do, but I'm about to go fuck something up, man.
You get amped. I hear that shit.
I'm getting active.
Hell yeah. But you know what's so crazy? Now that we talk about these artists, is because he's just starting. Now, like, I can't wait to see the evolution of him.
True.
Because you see how, let's you know, for example, Rihanna, Drake, even Eminem, all these big artists, remember, they've been in the game for years. So when you see them throughout all these years, the evolution of when they first started to who they are now, even by their look, how they dress, everything is just, they've changed up so much, and it's just amazing to see. So it's just like, I wonder how what's his evolution gonna be like? Is he still gonna rock the long hair, you know, with the little mustache? Like, what's going on? Like, I want to see how he's gonna do this. But honestly, I give it to him. He's really doing his thing, and I know he's gonna switch it up.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, and over time, I feel like if he keeps up what he's doing, it's only up from here. And with that being said, we're kind of coming down to a close here, and. Any last thing that y'all would like to say?
We just having a good one.
Any last things y'all would like to say? We gotta wrap it up here.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, it was nice talking with you guys. Ash, great conversation. I loved it.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it so much.
Okay, this has been 9WF After Hours. We're real.
Hopefully we see you again.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
9WF. 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 Initializing. Reconstruction in progress. Emotional data. Unstable.